G'day cruisers and welcome to Aussies on the Seas. Today we've got nothing but good news, one story after the other. So let's get into it. First bit of good news for Australia is Virgin Voyages is coming down under. Yes, that's right, Richard Branson will be blessing us with one of his beautifully newly christened cruise ships, the Resilient Lady. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Virgin do cruises just for adults. So no children aboard and very adult themed entertainment. So that will be coming down under in December, making its first cruise from Melbourne to Tasmania. Well, hopefully from Melbourne to Tasmania. The second bit of good news for today is that the Pacific Explorer is ready to cruise. Over the last month, they have been onboarding entertainers, hospitality staff, and numerous other crew members to make the May 31st voyage one that will not be easily forgotten for a long time. Aileen and I will be on board, so we will be presenting to you on board the ship exactly what's going on roughly. Now, one thing in a previous video that I actually do need to clear up, I got it wrong. Now, I'm a man of my word. I'm willing to admit when I get things wrong, but I stuffed up. I said in a previous video that the cruise lines would be testing in the passenger terminal itself. This is where the good news comes in. The good news is they will not be requiring passengers to test in the terminal itself, but they'll be allowing us to go and get a PCR test at least 3 days before getting on board. Or to complete one of these lovely little rat tests, here's one that we've done earlier, just before within the 24-hour period before your cruise begins. Carnival Australia has some excellent news for us. Not only are they bringing the Carnival Splendor out to Australia for the 22-23 cruising season, but they have just announced that they are adding a pre-cruise. Yes, that's right, a 3-day pre-cruise starting on the 2nd of October. And this one will just be a cruise out consisting only of sea days. So this one here will be a pre-season cruise, and it's on sale from Carnival as of this point. I'm actually looking at it at the moment. So if you're passionate about Carnival and you want to get into the very first Carnival cruise for the year, 2nd of October, that's the one to go for. For all you Holland America fans out there, and I know there are lots of Aussies who love their Holland America cruises, there is a piece of good news for you. Not only are we getting the Noordam out to Australia to do sailings from Australia to New Zealand, we are also getting the Westerdam out to Australia to do cruisings as well. So that is 2 Holland America Cruise Line ships for the price of one. So that is excellent. That broadens the amount of cruises that you can do on Holland America and doubles the itineraries and the sailings that they'll be doing from Australian waters this year. So that's definitely one to watch out for. Great news, everybody. Today, the 11th of May 2022, we've been informed by the New Zealand Cruising Association that New Zealand cruises will go ahead. New Zealand is lifting its ban on cruising as of the 31st of July. So that means that as of the 31st of July, you will now be able to take your cruises to New Zealand. This is fantastic. There are just too many cruise lines to announce that have sailings from Australia to New Zealand, or have New Zealand as part of a leg of a larger cruise going forward. So this is massive news. They must have seen our last video. Ooh, I bet that scared them. Anyway, that is great news, and I wanted to be the very first person to bring that to you guys and let you know that cruising will start from New Zealand as of the 31st of July this year. Probably the best news to come out of cruising this last fortnight is that Royal Caribbean International has finally announced that they are looking into doing a year-round sailing itinerary for Australia. Now, why is this important, you may ask? We are one of the main growing cruise markets that has not already had a year-round focus on our cruise passengers. Now, this happens in the UK, where UK cruisers go to the Mediterranean, go to Greece, Italy, Spain, the Spanish islands, the Greek islands, for a cruise holiday in their winter because it is a lot warmer. Same thing with North America, Canada and the United States. They love to take winter holidays down in the Caribbean, in Jamaica and the Bahamas, because it's a much warmer temperature than that of their home. Now, the only cruise market around the world that doesn't really have a major international cruise line have this particular stance is Australia. Now, it's still fairly sketchy, it's still on the drawing boards, but the fact that they're talking about it is a great thing, because it means that during winter, those Aussies who want to go on a cruise, maybe out to Tahiti, Bora Bora, Singapore, the Philippines, Papua New Guinea, or Indonesia, can definitely do so if Royal Caribbean goes ahead with their plan. Now, so all round, it's been a great week for cruising. Absolutely fantastic. I couldn't have asked for better news this week. We've got a new cruise line, maybe a new cruise itinerary, and a much easier way to get on to the cruise ships and to prove that you're COVID negative. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video today. I'd like to invite you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. It just helps the channel out and helps us know you better and what content to create for you. And we'll definitely be seeing you very soon somewhere on the seas.